Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Trust House Memorial Park for this Copthorne Wairarap versus Poverty Bay clash. It is round 3 of the Bunnings Heartland Championship. On a beautiful day here in Whakaori Masterton, as we look forward to these wonderful two teams going head-to-head. Of course, Copthorne, Wairarap Bush, a win and a loss, and the same record as well for Poverty Bay. So quite looking forward to this match, and both teams will be going hammer and tongs looking to get their season back on track. Mark Childs, Anton Persico sideline, and assisting us with the commentary today. My name is Brent Gear, and a big shout out to Tony Lyford, who is not here this week. He's actually away with a representative hockey team as his love for sport continues. So, sideline gentlemen, you want to give us an update on how things are looking down there?
Beautiful balmy weather. BG, good afternoon everybody. Poverty Bay to kick off, expecting a great game of running rugby.
Welcome to our viewers on Facebook and also on our live stream through Wairarap TV. Poverty Bay kick-off. It's been taken just inside the 10 metres on the Wairarap Bush side of halfway as they set up well. Looking to crash into the midfield. It's a solid run, gaining a number of metres there. It's Wairarap Bush with ball in hand and looking very comfortable now. Mataita with a big run up the middle. He crashes it forward, gains another couple of metres. The halfback is in there, nice and solid in Isaac Bracewell. Again, Wairarap Bush, they're almost at the halfway. They've got a penalty advantage here, looking to come for offside. They're still running with ball in hand as Poverty Bay wraps them up quite nicely. 5 metres, 6 metres into Poverty Bay's territory now. Penalty advantage is probably still in play. It's a pod set up for Copthorne, Wairarap Bush as they look to gain more territory and doing it well too. Ball goes out, Mataita with a big run. He's taken down by a couple of Poverty Bay defenders there. Ball comes out. It's the winger. It is Charles Mataita, pardon me, that is taking the ball as Bracewell feeds it off. Goes for a bit of a run himself, a bit of a ship. No, look out. It's a huge run.
Crashing it
Marcus Ali looking absolutely fantastic out there at the moment.
Multiple phases here, BG. Tupou takes it forward. This is a great start from the Bush.
Yeah, the start they would have wanted Chelsea too is not only that early possession, but they've got clear territory, narrow penalty as they look to line up here. So call on this. Do you continue that forward momentum or take the 3 on offer?
I think they'll take the points, BG, but look, I love the start. Logan Wakefield climbing high from that kickoff, really owning the ball, which is really positive signs for Copthorne, Wairarap Bush. Well,
it was going to fall short, wasn't it? It was like it was probably about 8 metres rather than the obviously the 10 required. But this is a good start, you're right, for Copthorne, Wairarap Bush as Ben Brooking looks to line this one up and get the scoreboard ticking over.
Yeah, but impressed. Logan really, he wanted that ball though, didn't he, BG? Perhaps last week at times were a little bit standoffish, but you can see the change in attitude already.
Yeah, well, talking to the boys before the game, Chelsea, and one of the big things they did this week was full contact training, so they were straight back into it, and very much looking forward to a physical encounter here today. Always is between these two unions.
Correct, and playing for the Jeremy David Memorial Trophy. But look, about 10 phases there for the Bush. Great start to the match.
Brooking lines it up. It's about 23 metres out and maybe about 4 or 5 metres out from the side. The kick's up. It's looking good. And it's over. It's Copthorne, Wairarap Bush after just on 2.5 minutes, 3 points to nil. Chelsea, how much of that factor is the sun going to play today in determining maybe which side they're kicking the ball to the forwards to?
Yeah, possibly, BG. It is will be in the face of the players, as you can see, Sam Gammy shielding his eyes there. So, but it didn't affect Logan Wakefield in the first kickoff. We'll see what he does now. Whether they might go a little bit deeper here.
Yeah, they've done exactly that. It's Poverty Bay challenge for the ball. They've overrun it. It's Copthorne, Wairarap Bush back in possession. They're looking pretty sharp out there. Again, another big solid run. Ball taken and just going through the motions, going through the phases as Ben Brooking looks to kick it downfield. He's done that. And it's been scooped up nice and easily by Poverty Bay, who returned the kick as well. And taken with ease.
Great run, Ben Brooking. He's showing a lot more confidence already today. Loose ball.
Yeah, it's another penalty though, and it's a couple there for Poverty Bay. All different infringements, but that one not releasing. They're going to have to watch that. I think we saw enough of the penalty count up this morning for the All Blacks, didn't we, Charlie? Last thing we want to do is see it for a team here.
We certainly did, BG, but look, Ben Brooking already imposing himself on the match, which is a really, really good sign for Copthorne, Wairarap Bush. I like Ben's distribution, BG. He's got a good passing game. Be looking for him to really take the line on a bit more today and have people running off his inside-outside shoulder.
Yep, let's hope that those holes can appear in the midfield, because we've got some good solid runners out there, and both Tamilo and Nakora Iwi had a cracker of a game here on round 1.
Good drive here, BG.
Oh, massive drive, as it's Copthorne Wairarap Bush well over the 10 now, and continuing to drive before finally being taken out. They're about 6 metres out from the Poverty Bay 22 as they look to set up another pod. Head down and going to work really hard as the Wairarap Bush forwards. The ball comes out, it's flung back in a beautiful slot play from Wairarap Bush now as the wingers get in there. And of course, Nakora Iwi, a huge tackle there. Another penalty, this time in favour of Poverty Bay.
Yeah, good work over the ball there from the Poverty Bay loose forward. I didn't quite catch the number. One area again that Copthorne Wairarap Bush will be looking to improve on is their performance at ruck time, which was very, very good in the first few moments of that game.
Great chase on the Poverty Bay winger.
Yeah, that's a change in their side on the left there. Joe Tikisedri has come into their side as a late replacement. Also on the right wing, Tain Opuri is another change. 2 changes to their back line.
Poverty Bay look to set up. They're about 4 metres into Wairarap Bush territory. The line-out hasn't probably gone quite exactly as they'd planned, but they retain possession. The ball comes out with first look at the Poverty Bay backs having a bit of a run. They've set up some pod moves there. It's very good passing from Poverty Bay as they look to attack.
Great tackle, Matai.
They've been shuffled out though. The ball's ping-ponging around.
There goes Brooking.
Knock on was the call. Ben Brooking is shown the touchline by Poverty Bay. Just almost on the halfway, actually, but the referee's called, no, there was a knock-on first. We're going to go back. We're about 7 metres into Wairarap Bush territory on the western side of the ground. Yeah. And, of course, there's a bit of shade down there too, Charles. You guys aren't too cold?
It's actually the sun's beating down on my bald forehead here, and I haven't put any sunscreen on, BG, so... Great start from Matai, though, with his defence on the left wing there. Positive signs. Yeah,
very much so. Ben Brooking to feed the ball. Not Ben Brooking, Isaac Bracewell, pardon me. Ben Brooking will be looking to receive the ball. It's a good solid scrum from Poverty Bay, but Wairarap Bush retained possession. Nice midfield run there from Tuffa. Iniakatia playing halfback in that particular move. He's played a bit of time at halfback too, has Inia, very experienced player out of the Carterton Club. Formerly Gladstone. Lovely pop of the ball there, and it is George Park who's taking that in there, the boy from the coast. Bracewell flicks it off again. It's Stanley Wright Jr. with a hit up there. Oh, interesting. Little halfback looks like he almost got taken out there, but the stand is there. It is Wairarap Bush, solid possession of the ball. No challenge there at all from Poverty Bay, but it's a nice flick. It's a nice pass, and Wairarap Bush heading up the sideline.
You caught Erie, great carry there, retaining position, Wairarap Bush, and it comes out again to Zach Gammy with another hit up.
Mr. Captain, fantastic.
Boys Brooking playing with a lot more confidence.
Yeah, very much so. Another solid run coming in there from Asiri Weka playing at fullback today. Ball goes out. It is Tupo Leomanu.
Good line from Tupo there as we retain possession. Bracewell's having a ripper of a game at halfback so far. Gammy again with another hit up. Bracewell will fling right. Brooking. It's gone out to Tuffa. Wide ball out, and Nini is on the sideline there. He's crashing it up.
Well, it's a big hit on Cartier. He's been driven back, but the options are still there for Copthorne Wairarap Bush as they look. I mean, how many phases
Gammy
is this?
Again.
Oh, it's been stolen. But a penalty's come.
That was Wakefield Persico, but look, BG, hugely impressive start here from Copthorne Wairarap Bush. Multiple phases, bodies in motion, running onto the ball, something we didn't see last week. So ups to the coaching staff. They've addressed, obviously, some issues during the week. I can see a huge improvement already. Yeah, a bit of conversation about the options here. And Copthorne Wairarap Bush like, nope, we'll keep the scoreboard ticking over. We'll take the 3. Nope, we won't. We'll keep the forward momentum and we're going to go for the line out. Seriously thought he was going to line up the post there for a minute.
Yeah, Boda would have picked that.
Look, I do like this play, however. We've got all the momentum, Copthorne Wairarap Bush at this stage. Look for it to be targeting perhaps Logan Wakefield again in the middle and maybe a drive.
Lovely ball. It's Copthorne wanted up a bush. Oh, they've spun it off the back too. Lovely, and the try has been scored. Oh, that is outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. It's Marcus Ali getting up with the ball. Wanted up a bush. Extend their lead. 8 points to 0. 9 minutes gone. Kick to come from Ben Brooking. Well, Chelsea, fantastic start. You're going to be happy about that. You and Persico, obviously, you got the ground eye view. How's it looking from your perspective? Because they're looking fit. They're looking like they have a real attacking sort of flair today.
Yeah, there's definitely a shift to ball in hand here, and tiring out this Poverty Bay defence will be one of the keys. And the ball retention has been really, really good so far, apart from one ruck.
They are a lot more direct in what they're doing, Childsy.
100% Persico. So the signs are good at this stage. 8-0 with the conversion to come.
Lines it up, Ben Brooking. Fantastic season for club. And he's having a pretty good season too for representative. I love how he's really taken ownership of this game. And, you know, he's controlling that play very, very well.
Yeah, super start from Ben.
We shimmy. Kick goes through. He's missed this one, but the score remains 8-0 after 10 minutes. It's Copthorne wanted up a bush, leading over Poverty Bay. Look, it's been obviously a very tough start for Poverty Bay. Possession has been severely lacking. It's the multiple phases and the retention in multiple phases. It's impressed me the most so far from wanted up a bush.
100% BG. Kick-off goes again. Gammy under it.
It's a beautiful take. Beautiful take as the Poverty Bay forwards look to hold off a little bit, actually. Didn't commit too many to that. Brooking looks to kick it downtown. He's done that. It's curved back in a little bit. As Poverty Bay look to a counter-attack. They're flicking it right to left. Left to right, pardon me, as they attack the wanted up a bush line, but they're running into a bit of a green and red wall there. Not a lot of space for Poverty Bay. Possibly options out wide, but the line speed looking really good from what at upper bush.
Tackle Tupou, like Wakefield over the ball.
Lovely wee tip pass coming in for Poverty Bay as they look to attack the line. They are just shy of halfway in their own territory. Knock on is the call from what at upper bush, so the advantage is with Poverty Bay at this stage. As they look to just do a little pick and go around the ruck area. Not exactly gaining a lot of metres at this stage, but they're still playing under that advantage. They haven't actually gained a lot of territory. A little pop ball over to the winger. It's Poverty Bay on the wing. Has been taken out there nicely. Not quite out, but certainly taken down there by Charles Mataitai as they look to move back inside now. It's Poverty Bay still in possession of the ball. Looking to give their backs a little bit of a run, but they've gone to a midfield and the forwards. There's a high tackle call coming from referee Jack Sargentina from Wellington. And so advantage is still being played. Not held on the tackle. He's able to place the ball. And some lovely footwork by the big fella from Poverty Bay as they look to continue their forward momentum. Oh, that one looked a little forward, but that's all right. Referee hasn't seen it. Lovely ball, but no, unfortunately
knock
dropped.
on there.
Yeah, the referee hasn't picked it up, nor has the ARs, but that's all right. Play on.
Turnover.
Some great intensity coming from Poverty Bay, and a little bit of extra work in there.
Oh, pretty fortuitous there. That looked like it hit his foot and he chipped it over and caught it again.
Yeah, so conversation with the AR just in regards to that. He's called a knock on.
It looked good to me in this corner, Chelsea.
But gentlemen, you're right in front of it. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I'd go back to the Wairarap Bush knock on. Wairarap Bush ball.
So the Poverty Bay knock on?
Yeah, correct. That's what I was trying to say.
Boda would have called that.
Yeah, Boda would have helped me out a lot more with that.
Yeah,
God, I miss Boda. Who misses Boda?
The big fella. Yeah, BG, some good retention there from the Poverty Bay side. But look, the defensive line held its structure from Copthorne, Wairarap Bush. They were moving forward. And some big hits early doors from the likes of Stan Wright Jr. and Tupou Liamanu, I've noticed, which, you know, will serve them well. If they can do that for 80 minutes and keep coming forward, it'll be a big shift from last week. Jared Hawkins warming up on the sideline here.
The fossil, geez, he's looking in good form.
Isn't he? There was a claim talking to the guys pre-game that he may be the one that uses the most shampoo out of the entire side.
And strapping tape.
The tapes are definite. For those that don't know, Jared is a little bit of a got a bit of a solar panel going on, and I think that's the reason for the headgear. It's more about permanent sunscreen than anything else.
Well, he actually copped one on Tuesday night, BG, on the nasty one on the noggin.
Marcus Ale, that left knee heavily bandaged. Looks like he's going to troop on, but he's looking really ginger at this stage.
He started off the game very, very well, actually. He's had some very good runs and carries and obviously scored the try, so it'd be a shame to lose him this early on in the match. Scrum goes down. It's Poverty Bay ball. Ball goes in. It's 8 off the back. There's an opportunity here. It's a really good opportunity here for Poverty Bay to get on the board. The winger's in there. Oh, that looks very close.
He's out.
Conversation with the assistant referee. Timeout is called. Boys, you're pretty close to that by about like 12, 30 metres away.
No try from here. It looked like he got the corner post.
Yeah, it did look like he went into touch.
Of course, the corner post isn't out.
Well, it looked like his foot was
Oh,
over
he's
the
going
line.
to give it the try.
There we go.
He's given it.
It's a try. Poverty Bay are on the board. It is 8-5 with a kick to come.
Look, that was really lazy D on the blind side there from Wairarap Bush. Your thoughts on that, BG?
Well, and look who's over there to actually make the tackle is none other than the wonderful Logan Wakefield. You got a program?
Yeah, $2, BG. Yeah. Oh, it's a steel childsies.
Yeah, they just got off the back of the scrum there, going right, and unfortunately Logan Wakefield was caught on the side of the scrum there, and they managed to get around the outside of Copthorne, Wairarap Bush, and score in the corner.
Co-captain in Calvin Smith, first 5-8, looking to add the extra 2 for Poverty Bay. Kick looks good from this angle. And it is gone over. It is 8 points to 7 as Wairarap Bush lead over Poverty Bay with 15 minutes gone in the first half. Well, it's a real fantastic and structured start from Copthorne Wairarap Bush, and it denied Poverty Bay the ball for quite a fair amount of time actually. And now we've seen them come back, and they look a little more structured now. So, what's it going to be, gentlemen? The team that settle into this game the earliest, or what?
Even Stevens so far. The key is position, BJ. A great take there from the kick-off, Logan Wakefield.
Again, Logan Wakefield, a name you've heard so many times in this in this game, but it is some crisp passing, some lovely backdoor passing there from Wairarap Bush as they still go. Asiria Weka with the ball. He looks to charge forward. The backs in there are playing like loose forwards. Absolutely outstanding. Number 3, Stanley Wright Jr. taking the ball up close. They're just shy of the Poverty Bay 22. As they look to set it up in midfield now. The ball goes out to the right. Ben Brooking going for a bit of a run.
Charge from Bui Maiwai there. Hands on the ball. We need him to get more hands on the ball. Wakefield again.
But look at the work he's doing over the ruck. It's almost impossible to move Bui Maiwai. The backs are being given plenty of time to run actually for Wairarap Bush. Poverty Bay line speed, not really the best.
Again, great ball retention. Gammy with another hit up. Penalty advantage out to Brooking. He's going to chip for the corner. Here comes George Park. And it's been taken by Poverty Bay, but it'll be advantage penalty.
Yeah, good option there from Wairarap Bush too, because at the end of the day, if the ball had have been caught in a try scored, it would have stood. But either way, they're going to get the ball. They're going to be in midfield. Great opportunity for a midfield scrum. And some set-piece moves off here.
I think they'll probably take the points, BG, here. And look, Ben Brooking has started this game very, very well. He's taking the line on, which he hasn't done so far this season. And I did like that option too, with advantage, BG, putting the cross kick, the kick pass, they call it, out to the edge. Interestingly enough, it's all about position at this stage. BG, the team that's holding on to the ball, is generally coming away with the points. So if it continues throughout the whole 80 minutes, we're going to see a fantastic game of rugby here.
Yeah, look, we're seeing some really good work around the ruck in both teams actually in protecting their own ball when they do have it in hand. Bui Maiwai Logan Wakefield, and some
Sam Gammy.
Yeah, some pretty keen running around from the likes of India Kati, and that we know he's a little pocket rocket, so he's got plenty of pace.
Oh, yeah, his work off the ball's outstanding.
Yeah,
as
I
well.
disagree with you with the kick pass there, Childsy. Has been the best play. I would have liked to have seen a few more phases there.
There's a reason we don't let him on the microphone very often, isn't there?
Yeah, well, there is, clearly.
Well, it's a 50-50 play, the kick pass.
We will
Yeah, but they had
disagree.
penalty advantage.
Yeah, of course they do. But why not score 7 points? Why rely back on your 3? I think
Worst case
they're
scenario,
inside their 22. Why not keep building?
worst case scenario, you scored 7 points. Best case scenario, you're out in front of the posts.
Well, the kick pass
But you're still going to get the advantage regardless. It's not the kick pass that will get you it. You've still got it. Anyway. No.
Oh, should have let that bounce. And yes, Wairarap Bush absolutely hammered in that tackle. One ball, one call is how they roll.
He's sun in the eyes of the captain there, BG.
Yeah, quite possibly, but you need to compensate for that.
Oh, great blindside play to Brooking. There goes Nikota off on the right edge there. Great play, Ben Brooking again.
Yeah, you can't give Nakota Iwi any space because he will take absolutely every millimetre.
Bracewell goes blind, he chips.
Oh, he's been taken out too. So after the kick, I would have thought. But it's Wairarap Bush that will take the line out, and they're about 5 metres out from the halfway.
It's been touched over there, BG, so the throw into Copthorne, Wairarap Bush. But I do like the use of the blind side. It's something a lot of rugby teams don't do these days.
No, you're right, and attacking short lineouts. But no, the lineout's gone askew. It is Poverty Bay, and it is the hooker, Shade Scudder, the co-captain. It's taking the ball, and the backs lighten up at the moment too as Poverty Bay come round.
Tackle again, Mataitai. That's 3 from Charles.
Moses Christie just taken out there. And a knock-on call against Poverty Bay. So it is Copthorne Wairarap Bush that will take the ball.
He's a real confidence player, Charles Mataitai, and he's made 3 attempted tackles in this match and pulled them all off. A player that's only just come into the team, obviously, so
Yeah.
again, another player with a fine start to the match.
Oh, absolutely brilliant. So we're lining up on the 22, deep inside Wairarap Bush territory. It is a Wairarap Bush feed. And looks like there's a bit of a hold-up and play here.
So Poverty Bay injury down by the halfway line, or a boot's come off, Persico. So they're a man short, BG,
Right.
and they're a man short on the backs. Will the Bush go wide? There's a massive amount of space outside centre.
Yeah, well,
Massive amount of space outside centre.
smart forward pack would know that, and they would muck around for a little bit here to chop a little bit of time to make sure their player's got the attention. And he has, actually. He's got the attention falling back into position now, Moses Christie.
Perhaps we could see a little backdoor play here from Wairarap Bush to get the ball out to Aseti Waka. It's a skinny defensive line for Poverty Bay.
Yeah, it really is. Some wonderful options here. Just a simple draw pass. It's a scrum wheeled massively round. Big scrum from Wairarap Bush.
Jared Hawkins is on for Marcus Ale.
It's a shame to lose Marcus so early in the game. We're only 21 minutes in.
Yeah, big blow for Marcus. Started the game well, but that knee has succumbed.
Yeah, Christie's come off too. There's been a replacement come on in Ricardo Patrico for Poverty Bay, who will come on at fullback. 20 minutes in, a change for both sides. Wow.
Ricardo Patricio, he sounds Italian, but he is in fact South African. By all accounts. Probably on a high after this morning.
Well, I'd imagine so. Scrum goes down. Isaac Bracewell puts it in. It's a free kick. It's an early push from Poverty Bay. And Iakatia has a bit of a look. He says, no, come back here, son. You've taken that a little too early. We will have another look. So early push from Poverty Bay. Wairarap Bush are on their own 22. And they've opted to go for another scrum.
Intrigued by the option from the scrum. If Copthorne Wairarap Bush can keep it square,
Well, the option was definitely on there, Chelsea, even from the free kick to just have a bit of a tap and go. They had to line up in the backs.
They did, and that scrum though, the left winger for Poverty Bay, Joe Tukisedri, had he's still jamming in now.
Big scrum from Poverty Bay. It's a good push on the ball, but Bui Maiwai is taking the ball there off number 8. He's having a big run today, and we talked about.
There goes Inia blindside.
A little bit earlier, Inia Katia. So Poverty Bay forwards come spitting out the back of that ruck. Ben Brooking flicks it out. There's a couple of holes in there. It's a great solid run, actually. Oh, the offload was on potentially.
On from Tougher there. But quick ball, Brooking. I like ball in hand here, Ben. Awesome.
Oh, he looked for the little chip there. Wasn't sure whether he was going to chip or pass.
That's the ball in hand, though.
Bracewell with another beautiful ball. There's the kick. That's what I was waiting for. It's Wairarap bush, and of course the ball bounces a little bit differently on turf.
And he's got a Willie pop it.
It's a lovely pop, but it's gone forward. It's a knock-on advantage. We've got a Poverty Bay.
The bouncing ball of the turf, BG.
Yeah.
It's often that second bounce that catches the teams out.
Yeah, as we take a look on the replay, really disappointing. Huge shout out to our good friends. This game has always been about real estate. Who's got the territory? And that would be property brokers, of course. So if you're looking at buying or selling a home, make sure you give the property brokers 100%. Team a call today.
A really good bunch of guys too, BG.
Aren't they?
Girls, yeah. I went over there for smoko on Monday morning.
Of course you did. There was a sausage roll on offer.
Oh, sausage rolls, cakes, fudge. It was actually a really, really good time. 10 o'clock. I'll be there on Monday again.
Nice. Huge thanks to Property Brokers sponsoring our live stream today. We do appreciate your work right up and down the country.
I did go.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
No, I'm sorry. I got a sideways look from Chelsea. So
I think the key word was free food, and you turned up.
I booked my appointments around those times.
Yeah. Thanks for the heads up, by the way. Anyway, just a couple of Poverty Bay players getting a bit of attention. Looks like potentially a blood replacement coming on there for Poverty Bay. Hunter Moko in jersey 23.
Yeah, interesting, BG. Ben Brooking shape to kick on some of that phase play, but obviously the attitude is ball in hand, which I really, really like. And that crossfield kick could have gone either way.
Yep.
I probably would have preferred they still keep the ball in hand, but it did work out well for Copthorne Wairarap bush in the end. Yeah,
good solid scrum there from Poverty Bay as they look to offload. They've got some solid looking runners in there too as they bring in their left winger, Te Pihi Fali. Inia Katia right over the ball, nice and quick. He's been rolled out though, as quick as he went in. Poverty Bay appealing for the penalty. They've got it.
Brookings caught one right on the snozzer here.
Yeah, he went and put his head in front of the player. Ben, huge amount of courage. Huge amount of courage shown by Ben Brooking there. He did cop a bit of a nasty blow. Just come to the sideline here. Looks all right.
So about 13.5 metres into Poverty Bay territory. They have possession of the ball, the penalty, and they will be looking to find touch for a line out. Actually, just down by our sideline commentary team, Anton and Mark. A bit more commitment there, boys. You could have got that.
The ball nearly bounced and hit us on the Swede there, BG.
Good work, Lily.
Throw in Poverty Bay on the 40-metre line.
Yeah, lovely ball from obviously a well-trained line out there from Poverty Bay. They look to attack through the midfield. They've got the run on too. Jersey's just being hung on to. It is the number 12, Jacob Leaf, who's had the big run there. Advantage coming. Poverty Bay have got the ball. The Wairarap bush have dropped it. The penalty's been awarded in favour of Poverty Bay.
This is going to be a card.
And it looks like you're right. It's a yellow card.
Fiola Tamilau with the yellow. And slicing through the midfield, Jacob Leaf. But Jared Hawkins did a fantastic job of just grabbing onto him there and not letting go. That was, otherwise he was through. That was danger time.
Yes.
Hey, I'm impressed here with George Parks. I think he's getting around the field well when he's into everything.
So So this will make it, if successful, 11 points to 10. Wairarap Bush will still have the lead, but they will have a player in the bin, their centre, Tamila, for the next 10 minutes.
Anton, when you don't have, put your headphones on. When you don't have your headphone on and the mic is right next to the headphone, it feeds back. So you got to either, you can't have the mic on with your headphones off. Amateurs, eh? Amateurs.
Poverty Bay said to line up this kick. It's Calvin Smith, the co-captain for the Bay. The kick is successful. It is 11 points to 10. It is almost 28 minutes gone in the first half of this Bunnings Heartland Championship match, whose live stream brought to you by Property Brokers. 11 points to 10.
Yeah, no, but it feeds back. All we can hear is ringing. It's like ringing. Yeah, that is what the people are hearing. Yeah.
Wairarap Bush set the kick-off. They go deep into the eyes and into the sun of Poverty Bay, who have managed to retain possession. They've done it well, actually, but the ball's gone back over the 22, so they won't look to clear that. Poverty Bay just working their way through the phases. And some lovely passing coming in from the red and whites. The wingers available, the fullbacks available. Nope, he holds on to the ball.
Tackle Sam Gammy.
Ball's gone. Yeah, the ball's gone dead. The referee's blown it up. They've gone back for something. It's a penalty. Not sure why he's called the penalty. Oh, not releasing. There we go. Player holding on a little bit too long for Copthorne Wairarap Bush. So on their own 22, Poverty Bay.
Some good slide defence there from a tie again, trusting his insides. And the big bopper, Sam Gammy, came across and made a really good tackle.
Interesting that they've gone to that sideline when the grandstand sideline was possibly a little bit closer, actually.
Well, they might like their plays from left to right, potentially. BG.
But it's not here, Pesco. Let it go. Poverty Bay, they go to the back. It's not the cleanest. They've knocked it on, though, and Wairarap Bush will get the advantage. They've managed to retain possession of the ball, playing under advantage for that knock-on. As the backs look to fire up at the moment. Oh, there we go. It's the wheels coming through there of Charles Mataitai. He's made some brilliant tackles today. Nice little run from him. Bracewell looks for the upload. As captain Sam Gammy takes it up just shy of the 22 into Poverty Bay territory. The ball goes out. It is Brooking. Lovely ball out to the big number 8 there. Israeli Bui my way. Chelsea, some lovely pieces of play here and some lovely solid defence coming from Poverty Bay.
You missed the clean there on that breakdown. The service of Isaac Bracewell was really notable, and he's called a turnover there when the ball went to ground. I don't quite understand that decision. That wasn't a maul, it was a tackle. He's not signalling knock on. Bit of a stumper there, BG, for me.
Yeah. Where's Boda when you need him? He'd know the answer to that.
He certainly would.
I just thought I'd say it before Persico did.
You're learning.
Yeah, no, I'm not terribly sure what the call was on that either, but nonetheless, it is Poverty Bay now in possession of the ball. They're inside their own 22. Quite often, and traditionally, you would have seen teams go straight for the clearance kick here, but a lot more in rugby in the last probably 3 or 4 years. You've seen a couple of carries before those kicks are made. So it'll be interesting to see what options they take here.
We've got a chance on the left edge here, I feel. We've got 2 defenders out there at the moment. Obviously, Isaac Bracewell will defend out to the first ball carrier, but there could be a chance on the left here for them, BG.
There is a light breeze southerly blowing into the faces of Poverty Bay.
Mate, that's no windier than you after a can of baked beans. Let's be honest.
I'd be picking about four knots, guys.
Oh, Lord. Right, Poverty Bay, they go left to the left side. The majority of numbers, the back line, they've used 4. They're not going to get it out to 5. Of course, reminder, Wairarap Bush, without one player, their centre is in the bin at the moment for about another 8 minutes. Little chip over the top.
They've kicked the ball away, though. They've kicked the ball away.
Yeah, silly play from Poverty Bay. They had the ball on hand and their phase play was working very, very well.
Great nudge, Brooking.
Brooking kicks it downtown. That's a fabulous kick.
Is it?
he's managed to keep it in. Didn't put his foot out. The ball remained in play, says the assistant referee, Chris Jeffries, as Poverty Bay looks to counter-attack from really deep in their own territory where they didn't need to. They didn't need to kick that ball away. Ooh. Lovely set up by the Bay forwards. They're protecting their ball carrier very, very well as the opportunities are opening up there. They've got a bit of space to move. Poverty Bay, look, they flick it out to the winger. He says, oh, a bit of a show and go. No, good defence.
Gone forward. Well, obviously with a man down, Copthorne, Wairarap Bush was stretched again on their right edge defence there, BG, and Poverty Bay have noted that, running the ball out from their 22 off that scrum, and again getting it to the edge there, but good scramble from the boys there, BG.
Yeah, no, really good scramble actually, and there's nothing worse than seeing a player go off, whether you're a back or a forward, going, right, my defensive game really needs to step up. In the background, we've got a player down there.
Stan Wright Jr. is down, clutching at a knee or a calf, potentially.
All right, so opportunities for replacements there, and Ty White or, of course, Lewis Bush.
Well, we could see the big cat, Tom Walters. He's up.
Oh, the Panda's up.
The big cat, fresh from his graduation at Otago University, playing club rugby for Martinborough. The team call him the Panda, but he prefers the big cat, apparently, BG.
Any word on the Panda call?
Oh, I'm actually not sure where that's come from. I think it was in the pre-season training camp out at the out at the Dunes there. They called him the Panda for some reason. Not sure what went on there, but
He's coming this way to warm up. We'll ask him, hey?
Here goes the big cat. He's coming towards us.
I don't think I like where this is going. Tom Walters, jersey 23, lining up as a replacement for Copthorne Wairarap Bush, but I think he's been told to sit back down, isn't he?
Yeah, Stanley Wright Jr., tough as nails. He won't be going far.
No. As long as he's half as tough as his old man, there'll be no worries there.
Yeah, there's strong genetics in that family.
Up the bush, thank you, Cole Harper.
For those who don't know, Stanley Wright Sr., forwards coach for Copthorne Wairarap Bush.
Can we make the call now? You got up the Wars. How about up the Wise?
Let's not beat around the bush here, BG.
Oh, well played there. Well played there. Excellent.
Well, what about the Barbarians side up the bars?
Up the bars. Love it. All right. Kick has got them out a little bit of territory, but it's not terribly far. So what are we at? Probably 17, 18 metres into Wairarap Bush territory to Poverty Bay throw. Oh, it's not the greatest of throws either. It's Wairarap Bush. Take that. Thanks very much.
Logan Wakefield, great steal. It's gone forward, but we're going to get a penalty.
Yep.
Okay, guys, I'm just going through some stats here, and a normal live stream broadcast with a commentary, by this stage of the game, we have said 15,285 words, and we are currently at 6,200, so well below our par.
Well, some people might like a bit of silence.
It's called silence for effect.
Pregnant pauses, gentlemen. Pregnant pauses. Right, it is Copthorne Wairarap Bush. They will take that just inside, probably 12 metres into Poverty Bay territory. The line-out throw is in favour. We've seen some brilliant work being done by the likes of Logan Wakefield. It's a full line-out. No, what they've done is they've dropped one off, actually. This is very, very good thinking. Inia Katia in what would traditionally be the halfback position. Gives them an extra attacking option.
Nikoriwi come off his right hand wing and behind Tuffa. Look for him to be involved in this play.
Yeah, look, it's a great setup. But no, it's been knocked on by Wairarap Bush. Poverty Bay are in position. We're only 5 minutes out from half-time. The next team to score have that just distinct mental advantage going into the second half. There's nothing between these two teams other than obviously 1 point.
Numbers here.
Yeah, some crisp passing from Poverty Bay. Lovely. Just some classic draw and pass there. It is the big winger. It's number 14. Oh, some good support
Logan
play
Wakefield.
there.
Oh, Logan Wakefield, what a play.
How does that man get from one side of the field to the other to make covering tackles like that?
That was an outstanding piece of play from Logan Wakefield. He had to run down the right winger for Poverty Bay. Look at him, gassed out. That's huge heart.
Yeah, that is massive ticker from the Carlton lock. Great to see. So the ball was actually thrown into a Wairarapa Bush player and has come off them. So it's a Poverty Bay line out. They're 5 metres out. Look for the big drive here from the red and whites.
Danger here.
Some solid defence going to have to be executed here from Wairarapa Bush. The ball's gone down. Poverty Bay have scored right on half time. It is 11. Wairarapa Bush 15, Poverty Bay with a kick to come. We've got about 2 minutes left on the clock, gentlemen, as well, which will be probably chewed up with the time for the kick before we see our sin bin come back into play.
Yeah, they just got the man down, which is cost Copthorne, Wairarapa Bush, BG in the last 10 minutes or so. Huge numbers out to the right there for Poverty Bay, and they took advantage of it down that right edge.
Yeah, but even with the short amount of numbers, gentlemen, Wairarapa Bush didn't make it easy. And that run from Logan Wakefield, wow.
Yeah, that's a phenomenal piece of play. He's had a huge first half. Just in that maul defence, though, there, the coaches won't be happy with that. A couple of players not really getting their shoulders in on that maul, and, yeah, I felt we could have defended that a bit better.
Yep, so kick to come now from Poverty Bay. It is the co-captain of the match, Kelvin Smith, jersey number 10. I won't go to Persico. He's stuffing his face with some salt and vinegar chips right now. Kick comes, looks pretty solid too, and it is 17 points to 11. Couple of minutes left on the clock before half time here at Trust House Memorial Park. Poverty Bay taking the lead for the first time in this match, 17-11. Charles, you know, we talked about the fact there's not a lot between these two teams, and obviously that extra man advantage is played a huge part in that try. But you know, can you pick a side that's actually playing better at the moment? Is it one or the other, or are they about 50-50?
I think it's a very even game so far, and you're dead right. Poverty Bay have taken the lead primarily through that yellow card, and it's so vital these days, as we know, as we've seen this morning with the All Blacks South Africa, has a huge effect on the scoreboard.
Big kick going in, Ben Brooking back, and will easily link up with his 15. That's a great little kick through from Asiri Weka as well. He's really put them under pressure, and a great chase as well. As Poverty Bay look to return, they will do a bit of aerial ping pong with Wairarapa Bush. Happy to wind the clock down, probably going into half time. As the kick, yes, it's going back again. The force back champs, Masterton 2023. Poverty Bay, will they look to run it? No, the ball's gone to boot again. It's Nakota Iwi's wing.
But isolated there in Nakota, what will he do? He needs Ben Brooking to get in there. Jared Hawkins comes around and sweeps. And there's a penalty to Poverty Bay. Look, surprised they actually kicked it back to us, given the man up. But we've infringed at the breakdown.
Yeah, really, really good opportunity here for Poverty Bay to strike. We're only 40-odd seconds out from half-time. And well within the range as well of Kelvin Smith. So very, very good opportunity for Poverty Bay to extend their lead here. They're going to go for the line out though. Look for that rolling maul again. Big drive coming off the line out before was successful for them. So why not give it another go? It is stoppable. We've seen it before.
Yeah, look for them to be a bit tighter again. Hopefully Copthorne, Wairarapa Bush on this maul defence. You'd assume they'll go for a drive, although will they take it off the top? Logan Wakefield again, outstanding.
Oh, that's a
Steals
wonderful steal. It's a wonderful. He's making the Poverty Bay line out look a bit silly, isn't he, to be fair?
Numbers left here. Numbers left here. If they can go, there goes
lovely
Nakota.
dummy.
Makes the bust. Tougher cleans. Bracewell, quick ball. Brooking, they're going to run it. And it's coming out to Mataitai, BG.
Charles Mataitai runs off, bounces off the 14, his opposite number. Lovely little ball there for Asiri Weka. Weka with a run. Oh, he's flicked it back in. But the referee's blowing the whistle. He's going forward pass.
Oh,
called
forward
early.
Pass. Unlucky.
Oh, that is half time. It is Poverty Bay 17, Wairarapa Bush 11. here at halftime at Trust House Memorial Park. And gentlemen, as we discussed, not a lot between these two sides, but just getting some of these passes to stick a little more and that support play. I thought Poverty Bay worked themselves into the game quite well, and after very little possession early on, and as we said, they took advantage of the fact that they had an extra man with Wairarap Bush having one in the bin.
Yeah, correct, BG. A super interesting half of rugby, and it was all based around possession. The team that held the ball was able to make inroads. A superb start from Copthorne Wairarap Bush in the first 5 minutes with multiple phases, coming away with points. And as you see, one mistake, one missed line out, creates
One kick pass.
with advantage, I will add. So yeah, it's so important now with the type of rugby that's played, possession. And you saw the team who held the ball and was effective at ruck time with their clean, creating multiple phases. Both these sides look good on attack, BG.
Can I play music through this part, or is that empty in case it kicks us off?
No music. Toby's not even in the box.
Oh yeah, but no music.
Yeah, just looking at the replay and of that try from first try from Poverty Bay. It was very, very well worked actually into the corner, and successful with the conversions too. The bounce of the ball just a little bit off there for Wairarap Bush and couldn't quite hang on to that. But there's been some wonderful play. Standout players for me already: Ben Brooking and Isaac Bracewell, the 10 and 9 for Wairarap Bush. Sam Gammy, who's been doing some great carries. George Park is definitely getting around the ground. But overall, Logan Wakefield is having a blinder for Copthorne Wairarap Bush.
Agree, BG. Logan Wakefield is probably their player of the day so far. And Tougher at 12 is doing his job really well as well, straightening the line, and is having a good match as well. And in the CPS Poverty Bay side, I do like the clearance from their 9 as well, Caleb Tafari. Jacob Leaf looks a very dangerous ball runner at 12 in the midfield, and they do have gas on the edges. Tain Opuri showing his pace.
And their hooker as well, I think. Looks
Shade Scudder, the co-captain,
All right, boys.
very industrious.
I'm just going to whip down to Domino's. I will see you guys soon.
Yeah, the traditional pizza at halftime for Anton Pesco, BG. Can't keep him away from it.
If there's food, how is he not built like a prop by now? I'm just saying. Must be those half marathons he's doing during the week.
Well, he thinks he gets his steps up every day. I'm not too sure about that. But look, intriguing first half, BG, 17-11. And really, we've said it, the yellow card cost Copthorne Wairarap Bush in that half. Poverty Bay were good enough to take advantage of it with overlaps on both sides of the field. But some really good signs there for the coaches to work with at half time. I think the messages will be our defence has been pretty good. Not a lot of... There's been the odd one-on-one missed tackle, but compared to last week, a hell of a lot better. And, the likes of Ben Brooking putting his body on the line is heartening to see. And he's had a really good first 40 minutes. I've liked the confidence he's played with. His distribution's been sound. When he's had to kick, he's kicked well. And, that's bodes well for the second half for Copthorne Wairarap Bush. I think the coaches will be telling their side around the discipline around the ruck is a frustrating thing for coaches to manage. And look, if we can keep our discipline around the ruck and keep on side and don't give those easy penalties away that allows a team to, kick for touch and get field position and, come into our half, I reckon that'll be a real key in the second half for Copthorne Wairarap Bush.
Yeah, completely agree, Charlesy. It's going to be a really interesting second half. Would you make any changes from what you've seen so far, or would you be sticking with exactly what we've got on the paddock already?
I wouldn't be making changes at half time. I feel looking at the bench, we've got the Papawai Prowler, Cyrus Baker, number 22. Well, actually, he's got no number on him today for some reason. But look, Cyrus is probably going to be introduced, I would imagine, with 15 or 20 minutes to go for some go forward. Expect that change to come. And Isaac Bracewell, the speed of delivery in the first half, the clearance has been absolutely brilliant. He's having a ripper of a match, but also look for Sam Walton-Sexton to be injected probably around that sort of 20-25 minute mark
I thought it was really interesting too as well, Chelsea. The TAB had Poverty Bay at massive favourites for this game at $1.33 to Wairarap Bush at $3.20. So that's quite a differential in any stretch in any game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I was picking a tight match, BG. This one, these two sides traditionally, have gone hammer and tongs over the year, and playing for the Jeremy David Memorial Trophy, there's a lot on offer in this match, and you've seen a really good first half of rugby here, and Poverty Bay's message from their coaches, probably be similar. Ball retention, effective at the breakdown. They've lost a couple of lineouts. They'll want to address that. Logan Wakefield's stolen a couple, so there'll be chat around that in the changing sheds at the moment with the management group of Poverty Bay.
Yeah, I guess it's just a little bit more work on the breakdown because we're seeing continuous play from both sides. So a little bit more work at the breakdown. You've got to make that call early, don't you? Do we attack the ball, or do we actually, do we sit back and look for the right ruck to attack as the play progresses?
Yes, it's all around decision making, isn't it, BG, at that ruck? And I have noticed though there's a lot more latching on going on with the Wairarap Bush team. There is far more connection to the ball carrier this week, which is another good sign. So I'm expecting a close second half, BG. Yourself?
Yeah, look, I agree, mate. Again, it's just going to be that focus, and if we can start the second half like we did the first, I think we'll be in for a very, very entertaining game. And there's certainly both teams showing massive capability of scoring tries. So bring it on. That's what the public come to watch at the end of the day, isn't it?
They do. I'll just jump on the PA here and reintroduce the team to the ground.
As Poverty Bay retake to the field here at Trust House Memorial Park. There's still about 3 minutes left to go according to the time clock at half time. So the Poverty Bay boys are certainly raring to go. They're out nice and early. It'd be interesting to see how a little bit of time in the sheds has given them. They've obviously got a very clear message from their coach. Nothing too technical, nothing too deep. So back into it. Let's give you the halftime updates from around the ground. So we've got East Coast leading North Otago 28-26. We've got Mid Canterbury 24-7 up already over Horowhenua Kapari. South Canterbury leading Bullet 21-0. West Coast 14-13 over Thames Valley. That game on the West Coast. And King Country at home 13-10 to Wanganui. So if East Coast can hold them out, that would be a massive upset in Ruatoria. 28-26 at half-time. Just repeating that score. It is East Coast over North Otago. Chelsea, what do you make of that? North Otago, kind of one of the front runners in this competition.
Yeah, the competition never ceases to surprise, does it? You think one team will be dominant, and then there's a big performance from the underdog. Look, Poverty Bay last week were up 12-0 at half-time against Thames Valley, who've been going really well, and they did lose that game last week. But yeah, look, there's always an upset or two, BG, in any round.
Love a good upset. It's just whether or not, of course, the halftime score will reflect the full-time score, obviously.
And obviously we talk about key moments in rugby matches, and it's that last 20 minutes. It's which team will probably be able to nail those key moments, BG.
Well, and it's the top 2 inches as well, isn't it, mate? It's who's playing the smart rugby at the end of the day. There's still a minute and a half left to go on the clock. For this halftime period. So really, really interesting to see what the results are going to be across, because this could mean some major shifting. If Wairarap Bush can get up and win this match, some major shifting around going into round 4 of the Heartland Championship table.
100%. I was about to say absolutely, but it'll be intriguing to see those final scores, BG. I'll let you keep tabs on that from upstairs.
For anyone just tuning in, apparently I said absolutely too much 2 weeks ago, so we're not allowed to.
We weren't referring to you at all.
Absolutely you weren't.
He'll be back.
Yeah, I'll be Beethoven. Right, 40 seconds left on the clock. Both sides, 15 men apiece, obviously after that 10-minute sin binning was served earlier on. That leads to Poverty Bay also managing to score a fabulous try. So Poverty Bay are left out in the middle. They've been out there for, what, 2.5, 3 minutes now?
3 minutes now. Yeah,
Could be making a cup of tea.
Just doing a few hamstring stretches and a bit of a natter in the middle there. I wonder what they're talking about their bus trip tonight. Or
Yeah, well, it's staying the night in Wellington, I believe. So
they're heading to Wellington.
Look out Courtney Place. The boys from Gizzy will be there. Gizzy hard, as they say, Chelsea. Gizzy hard.
Gizzy hard.
As we await the return, and time is actually up, but now we're still waiting on the return of Copthorne Wairarap Bush. Sure it's taken too long. Sure they've got more than... There we go.
You started my words again, boys.
Excellent. So no changes that we can see for either side at this stage.
I can't see any changes in the Copthorne Wairarap Bush side. Split kick-off here. Gammy Park in here and Stanley Wright Jr. out to the left with Izarelli, Jared Hawkins, Logan Wakefield and Tupou to the right. So probably look for them to kick into the sun, I imagine. Going left, BG, would you predict?
Yeah, I'd be doing exactly that. You've got to use the conditions, shall we say, to your advantage.
Although he's lining up out here, okay.
Just to prove
goes to show how much we know.
I would have been using that to my advantage, Chelsea, but that's all right.
Great kick-off, Brooking. Here comes Wakefield.
It's a lovely take from Poverty Bay as they take the ball down about 15 metres
A few
out.
other hands on the ball. Could be turnover here. Ooh, unlucky.
No, Poverty Bay with the ball. They're still retaining possession. They're going backwards. They've lost a couple of metres from that move. Some very quick defensive work there from Copthorne Wairarap Bush. Lovely ball. It's an overlap there for Poverty Bay. Poverty Bay looking to get a bit of work, a little bit of work for the winger to do. He's managed to gain a couple of metres with a fancy little step going on there.
Good line speed in here.
Well, that's been the order of the second half, isn't it, Chelsea, so far? The line's
and in
been
here
really
again at the
good.
ruck. He's got the turnover. Brilliant play in here, Cartier. 2 tackles, turnover.
It's popped out the side. They're probably lucky to retain that, actually. I think that was knocked on.
As Gammy hits it up in the midfield.
Sam Gammy, captain, fantastic, flicks it out. It's Ben Brooking. He throws the dummy, looks for the inside ball, but the Siriwaka just not quite getting that line right, unfortunately.
He's got Jared Hawkins for going off his feet at that ruck. That ball was just sitting there, not enough urgency from Copthorne Wairarap Bush.
No.
But Aseti Waka was through that hole. If Ben Brooking could have just got his arms free. I don't know what you saw from up there, BG, on that play.
I wasn't sure he was running the right line, but I wasn't sure whether he'd overrun it.
Yeah, it was a beautiful line. He ran into the hole, but couple of breakdown turnovers already in the second half for both sides.
Yeah, it's a real arm wrestle, isn't it? I mean, that's what you want out of a good game of rugby, a good, solid arm wrestle.
You do. We talked about this at half-time. The breakdown will probably be the winning and the losing of the game. Both these sides have shown they can retain possession, hold the ball, make good yards and score points.
Very much so. So Poverty Bay throwing bang on the 10-metre line into Wairarap Bush territory. Poverty Bay playing from my right to left, so south to north, if you will, in this half, and currently have the lead 17 points.
Leaf again busting in the midfield.
Yeah, it's a good run from Leaf too, retaining possession too. Oh, Wairarap Bush just trying to tackle too high, but they've managed to rip the ball off him in a strange play. But
turnover, got numbers. And there's Izarelli. He's out to Tupou on the edge.
There's no backs out there, but they've got some fast running forwards.
They've got some giants out on the edges there. Comes back to Bracewell, switching to Brooking. He's going to kick.
Just taking it outside the 22. Poverty Bay return the favour. Ball will come down, beautifully taken by Wairarap Bush.
Oh, it's knocked on by Aseti Waka. Those are those moments.
The coach killers.
Yeah, the ball was kicked back and it was a really good counter-attacking opportunity. Perhaps the urgency out on the edge there might not have been what we wanted. Aseti was back there, but unfortunately the pass went to ground.
One of the sideline controllers, Dean Gooden, just picking something up off the turf there. Pete Simmons will give it a wee inspection. Not quite sure what that is. No, hand it back to someone from Poverty Bay. Okay, fair enough. All right, Poverty Bay with possession. Deep into Wairarapa Bush territory. Lovely ball flicked out. They're going to go for the wide pass. Oh, it's not a great pass. The bounce has been kind to Poverty Bay, though. They've managed to retain possession as Wairarapa Bush look to just couple challenge that ruck there. It's a pod set up in midfield for Poverty Bay, though, as Wairarapa Bush look to defend their line. They are making sure that Poverty Bay are not gaining any metres here, as Wairarapa Bush's line speed looking pretty good. They're pushing
Good
them
press.
back.
George Park, good press.
Yeah, very, very good press from the coasties ball.
Go Parky.
Outstanding Poverty Bay. Hot on attack.
In here again, BG, another tackle for Ania Cartier.
Beautiful. The veteran.
But loose here, Poverty Bay.
Yeah, very loose, actually. If you take it back from where they were originally at the start of this play, they probably lost about 15 metres.
Still retaining position, though, as they come right.
Yeah,
Another good tackle, Jared Hawkins.
Look for the offload there, Poverty Bay, but just decided to keep the ball in hand and shot down to
Great defence. They've resort to kicking it. Ball in hand. Here's Mataitai. Hits it up.
Yeah, it's a good run from Charles Mataitai.
And here cleaning again. He's all over the place in here, Cartier.
It's the Wairarapa Bush Energizer Bunny.
Stanley Wright Jr., big carry. Ball on halfway. Bracewell, quick service. Here's Tupou charging.
Tupou, solid runner with ball in hand, and he's proven that once again. Another couple of metres for Wairarapa Bush. Lovely dummy pass there, Weka.
Nice offload to Ben Brooking.
Beautiful pop to Ben Brooking. Brooking with the ball, he goes down.
Charging forward as the rally makes the bust. And he steps again. Where's the support?
Bowie My Way. Bowie My Way's taken down, and he's just about 20-odd metres out from the Poverty Bay line. Brooking flicks it out.
Numbers here.
Numbers out wide. There's a straight overlap. Lovely pass from Hawkins.
Stanley Wright Jr., here he goes. He's offloaded into touch.
Shocker.
So, guys, have you I've got some scores from around the... You've done them? Okay.
While you were ordering your
Yeah, just checking, boys, that you're on top of it. But, hey, interesting East Coast, North Otago, huh?
Very interesting, yeah, and be interesting to see that in full time. 28-26, Ngāti Pro East Coast leading over one of the competition favourites, actually, North Otago at half time.
Movement on the sideline here, boys. The big cat, Tom Walters. He's up and off. He's up and gone.
Oh, look at him go.
Look at him go, the big cat.
Look at the shoulders on that guy.
We need to get a slow-mo of that.
He went to university with a couple of my family members. Spent a bit of time with them.
What here for breakfast? A couple of cardboard boxes. Look at the size of his shoulders.
Again, Leaf hitting it up strongly. He's been impressive, BG, so far in this match.
Yeah, Poverty Bay really, really stretched here and put under massive pressure. They look to for the clearance kick.
Counter-attack.
Mataitai out to Weka.
Weka.
Pretty good line here from Poverty Bay.
Yeah, I don't think you'll see him pass here. Who'll look to run the ball very much so.
Nice offload to
Oh, what
Nakota.
a cat flap pass. Lovely.
The cat flap. Great stuff. Bracewell again, service to Gammy.
Wairarapa Bush forwards all over that like Chelsea and a $5 pizza.
And there goes Tougher through. He slides through. Where's the support? Izzarelli's there. Can he get an offload? Izzarelli, he does. Wairarapa Bush in position inside the 22.
Quick ball now.
Boy, my weight takes the ball down. Call coming from the Kai.
No, it's a
from
turnover.
The sideline to get tight, but no, they've turned it over.
BG, just a couple of times, Copthorne, Wairarapa Bush have broken the defensive line in the second half, but we're just lacking that inside-outside support line.
That's all it is.
That's all it is. There's one person there, but there's not two people there.
And the players are looking for that offload, but there's just simply no one to give it to.
That's right. So that's an area that's all about attitude. That's all about your willingness to hunt in towards the ball carrier, and we just didn't quite have that in those two busts that Wairarapa Bush have made in the second half. And if the coaches can just get a message out there, they've just got to be a little bit more urgent with ball in hand in their support lines.
Yeah, some of the Wairarapa Bush players having a bit of warm-up, including the big cat himself, Tom Walters. Poverty Bay put the ball in. It's a defensive scrum. They'll look to go for the crash option. No, spin it wide is the call, and you can see what's been said at half-time. Just Wairarapa Bush a little bit off their line there.
Oh, danger time here. Mataitai coming across. Ball's on the ground. They're going to tie it through.
Oh, look.
Ben Brooking's back. And get up on your feet, Ben.
Yep.
Good lad. Good lad. Stay on your feet, Ben. Shoulder.
shoulder,
Shoulder, surely.
Wow.
No. Oh, here we go.
Looks like the assistant referee.
And he's called a forward pass.
Well,
Who's over on the edge there, the AR? I mean, I could see that from bloody 70 metres away.
Alistair Payne has actually made a bit of a call, and it looked like he was making a call before that.
I don't know what you saw up there, BG. That looked like a shoulder.
Yeah, very much so.
No arms.
Very much so.
Isaac Bracewell coming off for Copthorne, Wairarap Bush, a superb shift at 9 today.
Yep, 48 minutes of rugby for him, and some very, very good passing. That said, pretty able replacement in there.
Sam Walton Sexton offers a running game from the base. And also coming off, is that Ben Brooking?
Certainly an interesting change.
It is Brooking.
Let's just see, we've got Tougher into 10,
Tuffer's
Cyrus
gone to
Baker
10.
to 12, for Tommy Lau at centre. Press. We're just flustering them a bit at the moment.
It's all very ugly ball, actually, isn't it, at the moment from both sides?
No flow there from Poverty Bay with a prime attacking opportunity. And it's back to Tougher for the clearance, who's moved into 10. Interesting change there with Tougher coming into 10. He is very capable, however.
Very capable at
that
10.
position. But hats off to our inside-back combination today, starting the match for Copthorne, Wairarap Bush.
I thought Brooking had a great first half. I thought he ran with the ball. He went to the line more than he normally does.
He did, and he received superb service from Isaac Bracewell, and yeah, it just goes to show with a bit more confidence in the game of Ben Brooking what he can actually do.
Yep.
Very much so. So one of the Poverty Bay players at the moment just getting a little bit of attention out there, giving the forward packs a bit of a chance to have a bit of a yarn and just sort of settle down, guys. Look, let's get that work on the ruck bang on. Poverty Bay be looking to clean that up a little bit. They all seem to be at 6s and 7s, and even when they're in possession of the ball, gentlemen, often they're going backwards 3 or 4, even 5 metres.
Yeah, they've looked a little bit disjointed in the second half on attack with ball in hand, and their number 12 is clearly their danger man in the midfield, Jacob Leaf, who's had a storming match. I think we've got to press up a bit harder on him and don't give him as much room to move in the second half. So line out throw, Poverty Bay. Will Wakefield get up and try and steal again? They're gone to the...
Wouldn't surprise me.
And he has.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, closing the gap.
Yeah, it's a bit unlucky, but nonetheless, it is what it is. Poverty Bay in possession, lovely ball, great offload.
Playmaker again, Jacob Leaf popping it up to the number 8. Stuart Leach.
Yeah, fantastic effort
Good
from Poverty
ruck
Bay.
work from Wairarap Bush. We are putting them on. Oh, is
They've
it
lost
knock
that
on?
forward. Wow.
It'll be a Poverty Bay scrum. Wairarap Bush.
One team really needs to stand up here and take this, because both sides are making pretty basic errors. I think the team that just holds on to it and builds phases here is going to take this.
Yeah, you look at the ruck pressure Wairarap Bush are putting on Poverty Bay in the second half. We're really competing hard at ruck time from the sideline here, BG. Something you'd be noticing up there?
Yeah, very much so. We are. I mean, there was obviously a message that went out at half time. I'd love to see Poverty Bay, the big number 8, Stuart Leach, who's got one of the meanest haircuts you've ever seen in Heartland Rugby.
Speaking of haircuts, Persco was supposed to get one on the sideline today, but
I've also made a silly side bet with Brucey that if Wairarap Bush win, I've got to get a haircut like him.
Oh, dear Lord. The world only needs one of those. Brucey, one of the assistant coaches for Copthorne, Wairarap Bush.
Defence, dummy loud.
Look at that defence from Wairarap Bush. Poverty Bay have gone back another 7 or 8 metres here as they look to continue their attack on the far side of the ground, the eastern side of the ground. Wairarap Bush appealing for a penalty. It hasn't come though. Poverty Bay remain in possession.
Line speed.
Haircut
Line speed
Leach.
again.
Look at that. Some great defence on him. As you taking a look at that, it's the line speed from Wairarap Bush. It's something obviously they worked on from last
Parks
week.
jams in and he's left the gap again for Leaf. He's off down the left. Is he going to offload? Great defence down there.
It's a good run from Poverty Bay. They're about 15 metres out now.
Turnover.
Wairarap Bush got the ball.
Buamaiwa hits it up. Will they clear? Back to Tougher with a big boot.
This.
It's not going to go out though. Poverty Bay retained possession. Big run coming from the 22.
It's knock on there. Now turnover ball. What will they do?
Quick ball.
Don't kick it. Run it. There's numbers on the left. There's numbers on the left. In here, out to... Is that tougher? And he gets it out to Mataitai again on the left-hand side. He runs, breaks one. Pick and go.
They've got to really reset their back line here. They've got a lot of forwards sitting in the midfield.
Oh, good ball. Logan Wakefield crashing it up.
Good continuous play here from Copthorne, Wairarap Bush.
Back door. Good ball retention here from Copthorne, Wairarap Bush. He's going to swing it out again to Tupou, who's going to carry. He hits the line hard. Good post contact meters here from Tupou Liamanu. Walton Sexton in. Stan Wright Jr. lining it up for another hit up. Can they retain possession and stretch this defence, BG? And it's a pick and go from Jared Hawkins. Very good play.
Yep, Hawkins, of course.
And Walton Sexton, off he goes. Oh. And he's popped it up, and there's no one there.
Well, we talked about that earlier, the lack of support play.
Yep.
And that was a prime example of that, where the offload was given and there was no one there. But quite often there just hasn't been the numbers there. It's probably
Here he goes again.
They need to work hard here again, Wairarap Bush, and get creative.
And the ball's come free, and there's Walton Sexton's picked it up, giving it to Israeli Buamawai. Too high in the body position there, but Copthorne, Wairarap Bush, he's pinged out of the line there, and he's got a beautiful ball on. Jared Hawkins has knocked it on.
Oh, they looked half a step offside there, Childsy.
It's Poverty Bay with ball in hand now. They look to counter-attack. They're going for a big run up the sideline. Look at the support numbers. Look at the support play coming from Poverty Bay. It's a lovely run from the red and
he's
white.
got some wheels.
Poverty Bay, looking at the full attack there. There's two tacklers there. George Park.
How did Parks get back there?
George Park from the East Coast club. Look, that was a fantastic tackle. And the fact that the number 2 was back there was brilliant. Lovely drawn pass coming in. Oh, it's the old half a haircut from Poverty Bay, but he's got a foot in touch.
Good scramble.
Oh, boy, oh boy.
Gee, George Park did a great job there, didn't he, BG?
That was a great covering tackle. And likewise, actually, I'll give it up for Stuart Leach there as well. He made some meters, the big number 8.
Yeah, there's some players absolutely gassed out there after that phase of play. Stan Wright Jr. is down again with that leg. And here comes the big cat. I think we'll see a substitution here. Tom Walters. On he goes for Stan Wright Jr.
Shoulders McGee, you might want to call him from now on. That's a big
Shoulders McGee.
that's a big set of wings on that gentleman, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yes, he's a wide man.
Surprised there wasn't a small truck in front of him with a little orange light.
He's got some height about him too, isn't he?
Well, he has. He's a big unit, and we'll look forward to his inclusion into this match as well. And see if we can G the boys up. I'm sure the message has got out there, guys. You've got to get into supporting your play.
He's got some chat game too.
Another change. Harry Eschenbach coming onto the paddock as well.
Yeah, emptying the bench. Copthorne, Wairarap Bush, apart from Lewis Bush.
Wonder what Boda's doing.
He's probably laughing at this commentary right about now.
He's probably got the TV turned down and commentating himself.
What Boda does in the privacy of his own motel room is completely up to him. He'd be doing a better job anyway. Right, George Park to throw it to Wairarap Bush ball right on their own 22 now. Poverty Bay look like they're going to challenge this one nicely, and they do, and they win it. It's a lovely ball. It's Poverty Bay flick it out in the first five. Oh, it's Stuart Leach out there. Oh, it's a shocker. It's a shocker. Eschenbach with his first touch of the ball. He's pointing to the try line saying, pin your ears, boy, and go. Lovely kick inside, but Poverty Bay have recovered that well. They're just inside their own territory. They're setting up the ball now as Poverty Bay have got a get out of jail free card to bounce the ball, not favouring Copthorne, Wairarap Bush. Maybe a turnover coming through here.
There goes the big cat. He drives right through the ruck.
Cat.
And where's the other boys?
And he goes
in.
No, Poverty Bay still in possession.
There's Leach again cleaning up for Poverty Bay, having a good match.
Doing a great job. Jordan Kingy there with a bit of a run up too.
Yeah, turnover. Walton Sexton goes wide. Out to Eschenbach. He's going to kick through. There's no one at the back. Who's got the gas? Here comes Nikota.
Here comes Nikota.
Come on, Nikota.
He's got it.
Yes! Come on, Payno. Try.
Referee Alistair Payne, the assistant referee today. They're going to have a bit of a look.
Well, if he can't call it, I will try.
You're a bit biased, I think.
Oh, it's right in front of me. Clear as day.
Great kick through, great option. Harry Eschenbach. No one at the back there for Poverty Bay on that turnover ball, barely.
And Nakota Iwi showing some pace there.
Yep.
Absolute wheels. He's not going to give it, I can tell.
No, he is going to give it.
He is going to give it.
That's a try. Alistair Payne's walking over to
Try.
the post as we speak. Wairarap Bush back into it. 16-17. Poverty Bay still retain the lead with the kick to come.
14, Nakota Iwi.
Yeah.
Just a bit of an update on that score from Ruatoria. East Coast 38, North Otago 29.
Ooh.
Wow.
It's a long way to travel for the North Otago crew.
Well, I know, but boy, oh boy, it's not even Christmas and we've already got a cracker. You're welcome.
Is that one of your dad
That's
jokes?
all right.
Yes, it is, and you're welcome.
That's all right.
I felt the silence summed it up beautifully. Right, as Tamilo lines up the kick for Copthorne, Wairarap Bush. It's looking pretty good. Crowd like it. Assistant referees' flags go up. It is 18 points to 17. Another 1-point ball game. It's Copthorne, Wairarap Bush leading over Poverty Bay here at Trust House Memorial Park. 22 minutes left in this match. Scott, who's just flicked us a message. 22 minutes to go. It's really nice to actually say this, but the sun is streaming down on Trust House Memorial Park, and certainly haven't seen a lot of it, which has been awful. But look at just looking at the replay. Harry Eschenbach seeing no one home. Lovely kick. The ball just weighted beautifully. It's a great play. Nakota Iwi just getting a hand in front of the Poverty Bay defender and scoring that try.
In saying that, we haven't had a rainy day here on a rugby day since the final.
As Tupou makes another big carry for Copthorne, Wairarap Bush with possession just inside their own half, and they're going to clear. Tuffer with the ball. Will he find the grassy wall? This could bounce anywhere. And
yeah,
that's a
nice
great kick.
kick, Tuff.
That's a great kick from Tuffer, showing his class.
Yeah, that's outstanding. So they're just about halfway between the 10 metres and the 22. Poverty Bay territory. It's the red and whites that'll get the throw in, but look to get what Logan Wakefield up in front of the jumpers here. He's stolen a little bit of Poverty Bay ball today.
Yeah, they've got their main ball winner here, Dan Law, in the middle, who they've gone to fairly regularly. Jordan Kingy's obviously another option here, but look for Wakefield to track.
Poverty Bay go to the back. It's a nice clean ball for them as the pod set up in the midfield. Looking at a crash ball. Now it's a back door.
Oh, great tee, Harry Eschenbach, and he's through again. Will he tow it, Harry? Tow it, Harry? Oh.
No, we've gone with a knock on. And yeah, that was certainly pretty clear.
Did you want him to tow it, did you, Chelsea?
Apologies to the viewers for the overexcitement.
It's more listeners that's hurting.
Couple of changes coming up here for Poverty Bay. You've got those gentlemen, 18 and 20.
What's our first crack at commentary? I mean, you know.
Are you going to announce the changes?
No, I'm doing the commentary.
James Higgins and Seth London coming on as replacements for Poverty Bay.
Being a typical male, I can only do one thing at a time. Pesco, do you want to do that job, do you?
No, I'm fine with the job I have.
What's that, ordering pizza?
Yeah, I'll take it. It was good too. They do the new butter chicken, if anyone was wondering.
Right, the biggest thanks, of course, go to Property Brokers who are bringing today's live stream to us.
And which is very close to where Domino's is, the office, if you're looking to go and view some property.
Well, he's got the big cat for collapsing that scrum. And Boda's not here, obviously, to give us the professional opinion on all that sort of stuff, BG.
Just a bit of an update on scores around the traps for you. So 38-29 is the East Coast North Otago game. 38-7, Mid Canterbury lead over Hodowhenua Kapiti. South Canterbury 56, Bullen 0. West Coast 19, Thames Valley regained that lead 20 points to 19 over West Coast. And King Country still leading 13-10 over Wanganui.
Substitution in Cartier coming off. A superb performance from Inia today. He was everywhere.
As he always is, absolutely seasoned campaigner for Wairarap Bush and for the Carterton Club as
Another
well.
steal from Wakefield.
Got to be our man of the match, does he not?
And Walton Sexton makes
Walton
a bust.
Sexton has really shown some impact since he's come on around the edges.
What? Oh, Wairarap Bush just looking to clear that ball, but the referee says no. There's been a wee knock on there. Referee Jack Sargentina from Wellington, and Poverty Bay will have position of right in the midfield. Actually, they're only about a metre out from the 10-metre line, so 9 metres out from halfway. And they will look to square this ball up. Look at their backs. Look for their backs to go for a little bit of a run. But just take a nice close look at this as the scrum goes down. We saw Tom Walters ping before, but what you want to do is you want to get that front row nice, straight, square, and set that low point nice and early. The team that often does that will win the ball.
A pally on for Inia.
Yeah, another pocket rocket.
Absolutely. Again, wide ball numbers. That's just the cut-out pass that we didn't cover there, and the quarters drifted. Poverty Bay with possession inside the Wairarap Bush half. Slow ball there, half-back digging.
Yeah, standing starts. Poverty Bay not actually running onto the ball. They're receiving a little ball, flat-footed, which makes it really
very
difficult.
flat-footed there
attack.
again. They've just popped the ball out into the middle.
Very, very slow attack.
The Italian tie weight on makes a good tackle there, BG.
Makes a good pass to two, apparently.
Great defence. As it comes out to the hooker and co-captain Shane Scudder as they keep moving left. And Walton Sexton over the ball. He's got the turnover. Oh, just picking up these little knock-ons, BG, the ref. There's been 2 or 3 of them in this match. A bit unlucky there for Copthorne Wairarap Bush.
Yep, Lewis Bush looking to make his appearance as well. And yep, as he jogs onto the field.
On for George Park, going into the hooker position. Lewis.
Yeah, very much like Parky's play today. I thought he's done exceptionally well.
Park will have to be happy with that as a debut run on.
Oh, couldn't agree more. Uh, 13 metres into Wairarap Bush territory, 14 metres into Wairarap Bush territory. Poverty Bay with the ball, about 15 metres in from the grandstand side. It's player number 21, Jimmy Lee Hongara, to place that ball. Referee not really happy. Looking to make the mark again on turf, which is no mean feat because you kind of can't.
Yeah, great position for an attacking move here. A strike move off a scrum. Their big ball carrier, Jacob Leaf, expect him to either run the short ball or be used as a decoy for the backdoor BG. They've got their blindside winger in behind 10.
Yep, like ridiculously obvious inside 10.
Ridiculously obvious.
And
it's a free kick. They're going to take the quick tap.
Yeah, that's one each.
Off goes
for
Stuart Leach.
Both Wairarap Bush and Poverty Bay today for an early push. Quite often happens with the new front row too. Nonetheless, Poverty Bay, hot on attack. They're a couple of metres shy of the Wairarap Bush 22.
Unlucky there, Lewis, with that turnover. Ooh. Oh, his hands were all over the ball and right in front of the ref there. It's a bit unlucky. Could be being biased there, and he has given a penalty.
Time off.
Interesting, he's going to the card. Is he? No, he's...
There's a dummy card.
So there was a dummy card. He dummied into his pocket.
He dummied to the pocket.
And here comes Payno. Yeah. BG.
So the assistant referee's obviously seen something. Lewis is saying, it's not my birthday, I don't need a card, thanks very much.
Did Lewis Bush get a little bit of a clock to the face there?
I think it's the other way around, isn't it? It's not against Bushy.
I'm thinking he got a little bit of maybe a little bit of clock there. Yeah. And they've called out the co-captain, Shade Scudder, for Poverty Bay to have a little chat.
This is where Heartland needs a bunker, gentlemen.
Oh, don't you say that.
Let's have a look at the VAR. The referee is going to his pocket.
He's going to his pocket for number 18.
Yeah. And it's a,
It's
coming
James,
with an elbow.
James Higgins. James.
Is it a red?
They're giving him...
It's a yellow.
It's a yellow.
So Poverty Bay will be without a front rower now. 64 minutes into this match. and they're going to have to make some clear adjustments.
Bushy's still milking it. He's still rubbing his eye.
It's been on for 30 seconds, milk the
He's
card.
already given the card, Bushy. He'll still be rubbing it tonight. I hope his car's safe where he parked it.
So tough, another beautiful punt for touch, BG.
Yeah, looking pretty good here, actually. It's a very, very good attacking opportunity. We saw some great little short line-outs from Wairarap Bush earlier in the season too. This would have been a very good opportunity to do exactly that, and lo and behold, they have.
This will test them. Lewis Bush, not a noted hooker, throwing into the line-out.
This is where Wairarap Bush need to be ruthless. They're 1 point up. They've got a man down. They need to.
Logan Wakefield, look at that money ball.
Absolute giant in the middle row. Oh, it's a bit of a poor pass from Sam Walton-Sexton.
Just those basic
Coach
errors
killer.
creeping in again, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit of a momentum killer there for Copthorne Wairarap Bush.
Campbell Crisp making an appearance now for Poverty Bay. Obviously, they need to replace the front row. And joining their Sinbin player on the sideline is number 6. It is their blindside flanker, Jess Cuppany.
It would be a lot easier if the ground announcer actually did that for you, BG.
Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it?
I think I need to go to Specsavers, lads. Sorry.
He picks and chooses who he wants to do it
Big
for.
scrum, obviously a slight weight advantage for Wairarap Bush, but Poverty Bay retained that very, very well. Lovely chip through. A City Weka comes through. He's picked up the ball. He's got a bit of room to move. You don't want to give that man room. Eschenbach with the ball. He's found a wee gap. Look through again. The support play just a little bit overrun, but not as much as you would have hoped for in a situation like that.
Oy.
Turnover. Poverty Bay got the ball back. They are currently trailing by 1 point here at Trust House Memorial Park. They flick it wide. Replacement's on. Stuart Leach again. Lovely ball. Oh, that looked good. That was a fantastic ball as Poverty Bay looked to charge up the sideline in jersey number 23. That is Hunter Muko, who's taken it down the winger. Stuart Leach once again. Look at that haircut. You can't miss it, James Bruce.
Jared Hawkins over the ball.
Hawkins over the ball. Oh, it's a lovely
And
blowout.
Bushy charges
Lovely
through and boom,
clean out.
my ways away. Inside here, and Walton Sexton has it ripped.
Toby, we can't hear you. No.
Wowzers. There's more up and downs in this game than a very cheap man's lift.
Wairarap
knock
Bush are
on.
getting the opportunity here to put them away, but they just need to take it.
Yeah, that was
Calm things down.
a golden opportunity there on the turnover, and but good play from Poverty Bay. They did rip the ball out of Sam Walton Sexton's hand, but Lewis Bush making an impact at the breakdown. BG.
Oh, once again, look, he gets his body position because of his height as well, and he's a pretty solid chap. Gets his height, gets that body position in nice and tight. He's a very, very hard man to move. Injury concern. We've got a Wairarap Bush player down in back play at the moment. I'm not sure we've actually we've only got one left on the bench, don't we? And Cyrus Baker.
Cyrus is actually out there.
Cyrus is
Oh no, he's out there.
Yeah, he is out there.
Oh, sorry, I didn't pick that up. I thought the ground announcer would have.
Yeah, as I say, I can't do two things.
Now,
at once.
Wairarap Bush are away next weekend to Horowhenua Kapiti. Charlesy?
Yeah, and we're putting on there's two supporters buses.
Yep, there is. There's one with the Supporters Club.
Yes.
That has a few seats left. I was just talking to them earlier. But there is a special road train, we're calling it the Charles and Persco Road Train, which will be taking the trip to Levin. So it's $50 a head, and if you want to jump on board, we'd be happy for you to travel with us.
So we'll lock BG in for that.
BG's in.
Oh, being the assistant coach of the Wairarap Women's Heartland team, who have another home game next week, gentlemen. Let's give that a bit of promotion. I'll be here with that team. Thanks very much.
Fair enough. Well, there's a spare seat, guys, if anyone wants to take BG's.
You're welcome.
Boda will take it.
It was never mine, but you're welcome to it. Incidentally, the Heartland women also have a home game the following week as well. Just a bit of a heads up on that.
Yep.
So Harry Eschenbach limping off. That's a real shame because he's made an immediate impact.
Yeah, and he's been
Once he
waiting
came
for his
on.
opportunity too.
So it looks like an ankle injury, and Ben Brooking back on at number 10. Tuffa goes out to the centre position. Fiora Tamileau out to the left wing. for Copthorne Wairarap Bush.
Yeah, absolutely cut it for Harry. I thought he's having quite an impact on this game too. Out of the Gladstone club.
12.5 minutes to go, BG. Take it away for an exciting finish.
Well, you would hope so. It's been a bit of an arm wrestle, but it's just those small little errors that have been creeping in from both sides. It's a knock on again from Wairarap Bush, but
Knock on from a penalty. And is he going to play advantage? Walton Sexton over the ball.
Referee looked to blow the whistle there. There it is. Yeah, there's no advantage. Poverty Bay.
Bit of push and
not
shove
going
there.
forward.
Dan Law. Not too happy with something. It's probably one of our forwards niggling over the ball, which I've noticed we've done a lot in the second half, BG, at the breakdown. We're trying to slow the ball down. I think we've done it really effectively in the second half.
You're really getting under the skin of the Poverty Bay forwards.
Can Wairarap Bush get a shunt on the scrum?
Well, let's hope so. I mean, obviously they've got the one-man advantage out there.
Yes, they have. Blindside flanker missing here.
Stuart Leach from Poverty Bay at number 8. Look for him.
He's been impressive.
Yeah, he's had a very, very good game.
There's the shunt from Lewis. And he's trying to reach for it. It's a knock on at the base. He hasn't seen it. And Lewis is over the ball again. He's got it. Oh, and he's free kicked. Oh, I better turn my mic off.
Quick tap there from Poverty Bay. I'm not sure, but they've knocked it on. They've lost it.
Pally with a hit and the ball comes out.
It's a counter-attack from Copthorne Wairarap Bush.
Tamilau.
Protect that ball.
Check that ball again.
And hands all over the ruck.
Oh, he's pulled the halfback back in.
Poverty Bay have stolen it, but they've got a penalty. Wairarap Bush.
What do you do here, BG? Do you have a kick or do you kick for touch?
Well, I would be taking the 3, quite frankly, given the way that this game has gone. 10 minutes to go. They do still have a man in the bin, Poverty Bay. So, yeah, of course, the line-out's an option, but the points matter at this particular time. Given the way that this game has gone, take the 3 and then, head on back to your own territory and reset.
Yeah, it's a super interesting call, being a man up. Obviously, either kick to the corner with a man up in the forward pack, or, 3 points at this stage, I do agree. Puts it out of range for them to get back down, or Poverty Bay to get back down in the Bush half and
get it
have a winning penalty. It definitely takes it outside.
No kick pass option?
No.
Shut up, particular time.
Good to see your coaching career's taking off as well, Anton.
Mate, kick pass. Who even invented it?
Well, Bowden Barrett basically did, didn't he?
Well, he can do it.
Your knowledge blows me away. Right.
Well,
as we line up, Wairarap Bush look to extend their lead. Kick's gone up. Not successful. So the score remains 18-17. There is 9 minutes left in play as Wairarap Bush, the Copthorne Wairarap Bush lead over Poverty Bay. This live stream proudly brought to you by property brokers, residential or rural, and right across the country.
A bit of a pull there from Ben Brooking. You heard the gasp as he kicked it. But still, field position here for Copthorne Wairarap Bush.
Sam Gammy, beautifully held in 2 hands there.
gosh.
Beautiful line.
Great ball.
Asiri Weka. He's got the wheels.
Waka's
Here
away.
goes Weka.
Try time.
There it is. There it is. That, given the state of how this game has gone, will be the winning points. $1.33 versus $3.20. Poverty Bay were favourites over Wairarap Bush. It is 23-17, kick to come, and 8 minutes left on the clock. So by the time they restart, probably 6.5. What a fantastic try. And talk about running in absolutely beautiful lines. You take a look on the replay there. Lovely inside ball. Still had a lot of work to do. Could have gone left, could have gone right. Backed his pace. Pally on the outside of him. Not required. And Weka in for the try for Copthorne Wairarap Bush.
Tickets on sale now for your trip to Levin next weekend. Get in quick.
Well, it just shows the attacking ability of Asiri Weka, the pace, the in and away BG. That was glorious to watch.
And there was poor work from the ball runners there. No ball available to kick.
We'll need to sharpen them up on that, Anton.
Yeah, we'll have a chat about that.
When you're in charge of the Bull Boys, Anton?
Yes, that's correct.
You just notice also, BG, Sam Walton-Sexton's impact, just sniping around the base there with his running game. He probably doesn't have the clearance capability of Isaac Bracewell, but he offers something a little bit different.
Yeah, and I think maybe that was one of the areas they talked about at half-time, was that little snipe around the fringes, because the ABC, or the pillars as they call them, either side of the ruck ball wasn't necessarily there. So, no, great work from Walton Sexton.
There was an important kick there, though, that was missed. That would have taken them outside of 7.
Yeah, it's all on now, gentlemen. There is 6 minutes and 30-odd seconds left in this match. I can tell you, by the way, the full-time score, East Coast 38, North Otago 29. Brilliant. As Poverty Bay coming for the tackle. Wairarap Bush still remaining in possession. Lewis Bush with a little show and go, thanks very much, as the little big fella moves it forward.
Logan Wakefield again, another superb take from the kickoff.
Oh, player of the game. Player of the match.
They've gone back door. That's a lovely play. There's an overlap here, and they've gone the missed pass out to Nikota Iwi. He takes the contact, and Wairarap Bush in possession inside their own half. It comes back. Ball runner is Israeli Buamaiwai, been a dominant second half display from him, and meters again, BG.
Well, I'm not even sure that he was supposed to receive.
And there goes Walton Sexton. Off he goes. We've talked about it. What do you go inside? Weka.
I looked for the offload out to the right, but it wasn't there. But Jared Hawkins, Kuro, the Matua from Martinborough, look at him go. Lovely hit up there. Oh, that was interesting. Cyrus Baker scrambles.
Get up
to
the
his
Papawai
feet.
Prowler. And Tamilia. Great break there by Fiula. Superb break from Fiula Tamilia. Competition of the breakdown here, BG. Turnover.
Very, very flat, aren't they?
Boom! Oh, knock on!
Huge hit.
That was a pally.
That was a huge hit.
I can't come. Oh, he hasn't passed it. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Boom! Waiwai scores for Copthorne. Wairarap Bush. Put it down, son. Try.
Are we not entertained? I'll say it again. I said it 2 weeks ago. What just happened there? A pally lined up. The 10 for Poverty Bay. That is Calvin Smith, the co-captain, and just nailed him. The turnover coming. Beautiful, beautiful play. Boy, my way. He's had some strong runs all day. He's been great over the board ruck time, and he certainly deserves a 5-pointer, a meat pie, if you will, and he scored that beautifully. Kick to come. It is Wairarap Bush. Copthorne Wairarap Bush 28-17 to the visitors, Poverty Bay, with about 4 minutes left on the clock.
Tickets selling fast on the bus, boys.
Nah, you want to stay here and watch the Heartland women's team, gentlemen.
Look, the impact of the Wairarap Bush loose forwards in the second half has been notable. Inia Cartier had a huge shift, but I will
Sam
commend.
Walton Sexton is playing very well.
I will commend the coaching staff for their substitutions. They've nailed it today.
Yeah, they really have. 30 points to 17. It is Copthorne Wairarap Bush leading over Poverty Bay with 4 minutes to go.
CPS, Poverty Bay 17.
Poverty Bay back to 15 men.
Yeah, just some scores from around the traps, guys. There's 3 games in the Heartland that have finished. So East Coast getting up over North Otago, 38-29. Mid Canterbury 43, Horowhenua Kapiti 14, and South Canterbury 56, Bullen 0. Big thanks to Kevin here, aka the Rabbit, for keeping us up to date here in the commentary box. Poverty Bay with a restart. It's gone just inside the Wairarap Bush 22. But a lovely break. They've got their tails up now. Oh, the Wairarap Bush Clippers. They are clipping the Poverty Bay wings. Another big run. That's Lewis Bush in there for the Stags. That is outstanding. Sam Walton Sexton sends it out. There's a pod sitting in the midfield. He's dropped it. He's knocked it on.
I just took the eyes off it there, Ben. But the impact again in the second half of Fiula Tamilau. He's having a blinder in the second half. With his footwork, his evasiveness, he's been super dangerous. The loose forwards, Buamaiwai.
The lines he's running are pretty good.
They are. He's moving into the ball. He's doing everything right. Jared Hawkins, I tip my hat to him as well. He's been superb, BG.
Yeah, the Matua from Martinborough. How good.
The fossil.
Oh, lovely run off the back there for Poverty Bay. They don't want to finish on this sort of a result.
Another turnover.
No, it's Poverty Bay ball.
Unlucky there. Jared Hawkins going in for the turnover and just knocks it on. But a good hit from Sam Walton Sexton. Great defence. And BG, we've got, 2 minutes to go. Poverty Bay needing a miracle. But the game's never over.
No, it certainly isn't. I know he's setting the odds at the TAB, but they might want to have a head scratcher next week as we head over to Levin to take on Horowhenua Kapiti, who just got a bit of a hiding today. So really, really interesting match this, and I think with the other results around the country, it's going to upset the table a little bit and should put us firmly into that top 8.
Yeah, easily, I think.
Lovely ball, great back run from Poverty Bay.
Oh, Nakota Iwi all over him.
Yep. The Jeremy David Memorial Cup looks like it will be in Wairarapa. Big shout out to Neil Foote. We comment here, former coach and player for Wairarapa Bush. Great to see you footy on the live stream. Lovely. Poverty Bay not giving up, they're giving everything. Wairarapa Bush not committing too many players to the ruck. This is good work from them. Just defend the lead they've got. Take your opportunities as they come and look to force those errors as they go down. And Poverty Bay look to flick it out wide. No, there's no support there. There's no way through. It's a green and red wall from the mighty Copthorne Wairarapa Bush. Another phase coming for Poverty Bay. As they take the ball into contact, they are just inside the 22. They've driven forward a little bit, a couple of metres there, and they'll look to reset that ball. The back line is up for Poverty Bay. It's a bit flat-footed though. Stuart leads to the big number 8s there. It's a lovely offset ball from Poverty Bay. They run into trouble as Siri Weka makes a big tackle there as they look to flick out left again. Not sure whether that was forward, but it's certainly a nice wide ball from Poverty Bay.
Great scramble from Bush.
Very, very good scramble defence.
Oh,
slips out of one.
Welcome to the boneyard.
Poverty Bay still in possession of the ball. 30 seconds left on the play clock. That's a lovely ball. A lovely ball.
There's still time here. Wairarapa Bush need to stay switched on.
30-22, kick to come. The ball has been kicked over. Drop goal has been taken. 30 points to 22. And just another score update for you as well. Is 30 points to 21. 30-24. Wairarapa Bush, Poverty Bay, West Coast getting beaten at home by Thames Valley 30-22. And King Country are up over Wanganui 23-17.
Wairarapa Bush very slow to this kick-off.
Well, they've got to switch on here.
They really do.
There's one play left. I would say if we can compete and try and win this ball and close the game off, go Logan.
Get up there, Logan.
Get up, Logan. And it's gone through. It's going to be a try to a Pally.
No, it looks forward off Logan.
That'll be the game.
Oh, well, gentlemen, it wasn't pretty. At times, it looked absolutely brilliant, and at other times, it was just those little errors that were creeping in. But a win is a win. 30-24, Copthorne Wairarapa Bush over the favourites, actually, the visitors, Poverty Bay, here at Trust House Memorial Park. Thoughts?
Bay, 5 points, BG. It's a bonus point win, so we'll take that, and we'll head to Levin on the bus, and we'll go and collect another 5. All right, boys, I'm back to Domino's. Thanks for tuning in.
Brilliant.
Yeah, look, massive improvement today from Copthorne Wairarapa Bush. Their supporters will be extremely proud of that performance. 1-23 BG. They all put their hand up. There's a few limping out there, but they all did their jobs.
Yeah, very much so, Charlesy, and I'm really hoping that the injuries that they have picked up today aren't too serious. I loved Eshenbach's effort when he came on, that kick through that led to Iwi's try, and some really, really good vision from him. We saw everyone step up and play very, very well, and everyone bringing just a little bit of difference into this match.
They did. They got huge impact off the bench, and congratulations to Reece Robinson, James Bruce, Stan Wright, Senior, for those calls they made into that second half. They nailed their substitutions today, which is it's an art form, substitutions, and I really tip my hat to the coaching staff for the options they took today. And moving forward, next week's match against Horowhenua, they'd have to start firm favourites.
Yeah, I agree. And that's that is a match that they will be very much targeting to, as the progression continues now. They play one of the top sides in North Otago, who were beaten today by a side that we beat here 2 weeks ago. This Heartland competition's wide open.
It is wide open. Ngāti Pro East Coast. That was just goes to show what a good victory that was.
Yeah.
From Copthorne, Wairarap Bush in the opening round. Players for CPS, Poverty Bay, Weka, there were a number of standout performances. They probably felt, in that second half, they couldn't get the go forward that they wanted. The Wairarap Bush defence was pressing for most of the match and Wairarap Bush really competing hard at the breakdown in that second half, which slowed the Poverty Bay ball down. And they didn't look like to have much flow into their attack into that second half, so things to work on for them. But their number 12, Jacob Leaf, was absolutely superb today. Every time he touched the ball, he either broke a tackle or got over the gain line or made an offload. So he's one to watch. He's a superb player. Stuart Leach at number 8, I thought was impressive with his work rate and ingenuity at the back of the scrum. Shane Scudder, the co-captain, never stopped working there in the hooker position. But for Wairarap Bush, 1 to 23, as I say, they all stood up and did their jobs. But I will mention in the first half and in that first 10 minutes of the second half, Ania Cartier is a workaholic. He was outstanding once more for them. And we saw today, Israeli Buamaiwai. That's a breakout game for him, in my opinion. With a bit of size about him, that second half performance was absolutely brilliant from Israeli, creating sort of havoc around the ruck there, and his support lines were good. I thought the two halfbacks played very well today for the team. Isaac Bracewell's service and speed of pass in his stint was really outstanding. And Sam Walton Sexton, when he came on, a couple of times he probably got caught with the ball when he shouldn't have. One sort of pass that went to ground, but overall his running game was absolutely superb and created a lot of go forward and options around the ruck for Copthorne, Wairarap Bush. Ben Brooking, you got to say a huge improved performance from Ben in the 10 position as well, BG.
Oh, completely agree. A fantastic effort from Ben today. And I think all around the park, actually, we said it earlier, everyone stepped up, everyone got into those positions that they were put in and delivered. And that's what you want, the extent of a solid bench, right? You want them to come on and replace a player, but actually not lose anything in that team structure. And I think all of those guys have done exactly that today. Will be a big game in Levin tomorrow next week. There's no doubt about that. The under-18s playing in Levin as well at the earlier time of 12:30 before Copthorne, Wairarap Bush. Well, it's a day of women's rugby here at Trust House Memorial Park next week with the under-16 girls playing Thames Valley at midday. And then the Thames Valley Vixens will take on the Wairarap Bush women's side at 2:30. So two very, very good games of rugby, both on this side of the Tararuas and on the other to enjoy. So whatever you're doing next weekend, whether you want to stay home or whether you want to head away, you just get hold of Child's End Persico if you want to jump on that bus. It's going to be pretty good, actually, on both sides of the ranges, Child's End. How good is it to have men's, women's, 18s and 16s all playing in actually such close proximity?
Absolutely brilliant, BG, and looking forward to next week with the bus trip, $50 there and back with food provided. So, thanks for the plug. Just going back to the players, the Copthorne Wairarap Bush team singing their team song out in the middle there. The middle row, Sam Gammy, you always know what you're going to get from Sam. Another workaholic performance from the captain. The front row all did their job, as I say, Tupou, George and Stanley Wright Jr. And we got great impact from Lewis Bush when he came on. He's a bit of a menace around the breakdown, Lewis, and he really made an impact there. But the man of the match for me was number 5, Logan Wakefield. His line-out work, absolutely superb. Kickoffs, he was dominant in the air there. And, he carried, he tackled, and that try-saving tackle he made just down in front of us here will be the play of the season so far, in my opinion. I
still can't believe he covered that ground to make that tackle. That was outstanding.
Oh, the gas he showed too, and he came away with a bit of a limp, but he's downright burned down a winger there, and you just imagine the fitness that guy has, Logan. He's certainly one to look out for as the season progresses, and potential selection, in that New Zealand Heartland 15. I think if he keeps playing like this, he'll certainly put his hand up.
Couldn't agree more, Charlesy. Hey, once again, thanks so much for your attendance here at Trust House Memorial Park today. Absolutely love it. Thanks to Anton for shooting off, getting pizza, stuffing his face full of salt and vinegar chips and not controlling his ball boys.
Yeah, and affecting the sound quality at the start of the live stream. I heard. You can't take him anywhere, can you?
No, you really can't. You really can't. But look, we'll look forward to Boda back in a couple of weeks. They're slightly better call than I did, but nonetheless, it has been a fantastic victory here for Copthorne Wairarap Bush. They will take a lot away from that game. The fine-tuning of the little things, I think, and it is game on for the rest of the Heartland Championship. There's no doubt about that. So from us here at Trust House Memorial Park, on behalf of Anton Persico, who once again has disappeared to get pizza, Mark Childs, pleasure as always, and of course our wonderful technical crew in Toby Mills. Thanks, mate. We will see you all again in a couple of weeks' time.
Kia ora.